Hello everyone, welcome to Rocket League Symphonian Series. I am your host, Randomize, and with me I have Nate to the right and Fox McCumulus on the bottom left. How you guys doing tonight? How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah,
Gucci.
good, very good. So tonight we have a very interesting game coming up. It is Mysticats versus TEO in Group A. We are both now 1-1 in, what is this, week 4. So this is going to be... Yeah, we're already in week 4. It goes fast. Think about it. Last season, this would have been the second to last week already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So last season was only 5 weeks in the season. Now we still got a little bit more time. God, my hair is crazy. I just looked over. So yeah, we are in week 4 now. TEO and Mysticats are technically tied up 1-1 with their wins and losses, but because Mysticats had less games to lose, we are technically higher. So this is going to be a little bit of a tiebreaker match. I don't want to get too far into this, but I feel like I want to join you guys with the stats. I've never got to talk about my own team stats, so I kind of want to talk about I don't know,
all right. It's weird.
Right? I know it's weird, and I was just like, you know what, I want to throw some weird twist into this and talk about my own stats.
So in other words, you suck.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we're going to transition to these horrible stats where we're second. That was the term, the second, because I can't spell. And we're not Group B, we're Group A. I forgot to fix that as well. Sorry, it was a bit of a rush today. I had to make them and then get on to practice. But yeah, Mysticats and TEO, they're technically tied with 1-1. But goals per game, Mysticats with a 2 average, while Exiled Ones is about a 2.6. So they're a little bit higher in the goals. Which, if you switch over to the shots, you'll see that Cats have about 5 shots per game, but Exiled Ones has about 6.2 shots per game. So that means they're going to have probably more pressure. Assists and saves are pretty much balanced between the two of them. Shooting percentage, the Exiled Ones are banking their shots just a little bit more than Mysticats, but this could show whether or not that TEO is going to be one of those pressure plays. And after watching Mysticats on Sunday, it seems that Cats couldn't handle that pressure. So this is going to be very interesting. I am now going to get out of here. I'm going to let you guys talk about the predictions and everything. I just want to throw my little pitch in there. So take it away, boys.
Bye and good luck, GLHF.
Absolutely.
I stole Fox's thing. So you look at the shooting percentage here, actually 40% and 42%. Honestly, that's actually a pretty good shooting percentage there. So that's actually pretty impressive, both of those. Of course, they're so close in that that's really going to come down to that shooting accuracy, and of course whether or not they're able to get successfully around that defender. That shooting percentage is not just based on accuracy, it's whether or not, hey, can we get around the defensive play as well. So that's going to be really important. TEO especially is really known for the defensive play. Ghostlayer, I've played with the guy for a long time. He's a really good goalie, especially on that TEO side. He's going to be really hard to get past. He's kind of come out as more of that striker, but getting back getting past him in that back line, it's going to be hard to do. And if they're able to do that, I think they're going to go out and secure that win. In terms of stats, real quick, what do you have to say, Fox?
I think the main thing that we're going to have to look out for is possession plays. Because if you look, TEO's numbers are really big. But at the same time, they've got like a lot of shots, a lot of saves, a lot of things like that. But they've all got a lot of goals against them. I don't know if you guys can see the stat card yet, but goals against for TEO is looking at 2.8, while it's only 2 for Mysticats. And so pressure is definitely one thing, if you can keep the pressure and like just keep banging it against the enemy's wall. But at the same time, it's also keeping control of the ball. So you could like bang it against the wall all you want, but as soon as the other team gets a hold of the ball, if you can't get it back, that's a really big thing you need to look out for. So that's what I'm going to be looking at.
Yeah, and absolutely. And of course, like possession, as you kind of word you brought up last time, that's really critical. And he actually looked at this past Sunday's game, which was, I can't remember who exactly played, but so actually it looks like TEO actually is going to have a sub tonight. I'm not sure who's that's going to be for. For who?
I believe we're subbing for Whipdog. I believe he was MIA before the game tonight.
That's unfortunate. We can go take a look real quick here. And it looks like, Whip Dog is going to be gone. It looks like Corvus Atnus is going to be actually moving in for that.
Yep, that is actually Riley. His name will be Lazarus in the in the game. So
Very
that's what
nice.
you're gonna want to look out for.
Yeah, it's gonna be a brand new sub, so it's kind of that wild card to see how he's gonna play, which is awesome. So that'd be really interesting.
That actually brings up a lot of questions because like Whipdog has a very specific play style. He's very like erratic as he goes, and it's a style that you get used to as you play with him. I know you were on his team last season, so I'm sure you know that. Whereas Riley is kind of like you said, he's kind of a wild card. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits in with the rest of the team.
Yeah, I personally have never played with him, so I literally have no idea how he plays. And I think that's the same for a lot of people here. I do believe you personally have played with him, even though him personally. But yeah, so it'll be really cool. So in terms of predictions, what do you got going on for this coming match?
Before it was a tough question to answer. I think now that I know that they have a sub, I'm gonna have to go for Mysticats. Because I just think they're very good at taking control over the plays and control over the ball itself. And I know Colonel Mustard and Randomized, they're just an insane duo. They work really well. I was just playing comp with them earlier, and it was just those two going at it. Their pass plays are awesome. And with the exiled ones, kind of like maybe a little bit frazzled because they don't know where Whipdog is. They're not really going to know how Riley plays very well. I think it's just going to be a tough uphill battle for them.
Cool. Yeah. So I know exactly where Whipdog is. He's at work. He's working at Jimmy John's right now. Yeah, that's where he is. He probably got to offer another shift or had to do a little more drive. So hopefully it'll come out a little bit later. But for now, I also have Mysticats going. I actually have Mysticats going for that sweep. So I've been playing with both Random and Colonel Monster for a long time. Colonel especially. When Colonel plays really well, he is on. But he can have those off days where he just can be a little inconsistent. His shot accuracy is not going to be the greatest. If he can bring that in, rein it in, it sounds like you're playing with him earlier. It sounds like he was doing just that. I think that that duo between Random and Colonel, that's really going to pop off. And I actually have them taking it a 2-0.
All right. I don't know if it'll be a 2-0. I think that they'll take the first game. I think Mysticats is definitely going to take the first game. But the second one, I think, could go to TEO to get not quite a sweep, but I think Mysticats is going to take the third.
Cool. So, I mean, that's all we have to say. I think it's just time to start the match. Oh, actually,
let's look at
Twitch chat predictions. I'm being told what to do here. Cool. Mysticats. Yeah, it's not popping on the screen at all. In the chat, if you're watching, let us know in the chat real quick. Who do you got going on? Who do you think is actually going to win this match tonight? This quick matchup here between Mysticats versus TEO. Is it going to be Mysticats or is it going to be TEO with a sub? We got going up and down a little bit. Not a whole lot of people actually kind of voting so far. Hope we can get a couple more in there. I think we only have a couple votes in the chat so far. Let us know.
All right. Cool. Looks like Mysticats is in the lead right now. I got to agree. I'm not going to vote because I feel like there's a commentator prediction and then there's a Twitch prediction, so I'm not going to do that. In fact, I could just balance it out because I know Nate voted for Mysticats. I'll just vote for Tia. Just kind of balance it out there.
Why not? That's going to go perfect 50-50, actually, I believe, once you do that.
Yeah, so we're pretty even at that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I know we only have a couple so far. It looks like only 4 votes, actually. But that's okay. Maybe going closer to the 6. But yeah, so with this, we mentioned that wild card actually with, I'm sorry, what did you say it's going to be referred to as tonight in the match?
So, Lazarus is going to be
Lazarus, so that'll be really interesting. I think it might actually go to game 3, like you said. After all, just kind of once he warms up and kind of be able to get in and really play hard, I think he's going to rank very similarly to Whipple, maybe even a little bit lower. I'm not really sure. But Whipple's inconsistent though. He's that wild card you definitely brought up a couple times. And playing with him personally, I know he's very, very inconsistent. But when he plays well, he definitely does play well. I know we're getting all the players in the match now. It looks like we have Random in there. We got Mysticats on there as well. Let's go ahead and try to get in this match.
All right, we are all set to go. All right, everyone's joining the team, and we are ready to go. TEO versus Mysticats, game 1. Let's see how things start. All right, it seems like kickoff is going to go towards Mysticats right now. Ghost Slayer trying to get a decent clear, ends up centering it just a little bit. Cool Flakes managing to get it right out there. Cool Flakes isn't, in fact, our sponsor. Not entirely, but...
Not yet. Ooh.
Not quite yet. Colonel Mustard getting a nice shot over, looks like that was Lazarus right there. Colonel Mustard, really nice lofty shot, banger, and Lazarus just was unable to get that save. And we already have our first point 13 seconds into the game. There's still plenty of time, though. That barely means anything at this point.
A lot of really awesome Rocket League fashion out there. I know you actually have Colonel Mustard rocking those purple Infinity emblems, those are beautiful. But then you got Cools actually rocking some Crimson Dracos. Those look really nice.
Oh, absolutely. We have Ghost Layer trying to make a play happen, trying to bring it down the field right to Lazarus, but it looks like Randomize was able to get a center off of it. Colonel Mustard sending it to Random. He was unable to get ready for that one, though. We have a nice little center. Ghost Layer, not enough boost to get up to that. Cool Slates once again going under. It's still not enough boost. It seems we have a very boost-starved TEO right now. Randomize trying to keep that in. Ghost Layer trying to get it out. Cool Slates and Ghost Layer having a little bit of a moment there. All's fair in love and war, as they say. All right, Cool Slates trying to make a play happen here. And then Nola Nova coming around, trying to get a pass down. Not quite the best touch. Ghost Layer managing to get that out of the front. And it's going right towards Colonel Mustard, who dodges the wrong way. Ghost Layer unable to finish. Cool Flakes, he's trying to get in. He gets a nice touch off the wall. Colonel Mustard, though, really nice center down the middle, right to Randomize. And let's see if Nova can get a center here. We have Randomize waiting up. Ghost Layer managing to get possession right back, trying to get down right to Colonel Mustard, though. There's that possession that we were talking about before. TEO really not keeping much of it. And here we see the effects of that right there.
Just a really good pass. You mentioned before, like that Colonel Mustard. They kind of Ghost Layer. They need boost. That's for exactly where he was, trying to go get boost. He trusted his team, but Colonel Mustard did a really good job of getting it around them, using that wall to really get it right over to Brandon to really finish that off.
Yeah, 100%. I think we're definitely seeing some of that. It's the word possession play. We see a lot of Mysticats keep taking control of the ball. TEO gets a hit once in a while, but usually the moment of possession is fleeting for them right now. Ghost Layer trying to put a shot in, doesn't manage to get it, goes off the backboard. Nova trying to follow this in, but he's getting some pressure from TEO going right now. And then we have Colonel Mustard taking it down once again. Random's in the middle. This is a scary moment for TEO. Fortunately, Colonel Mustard does not get the best touch right there. And then Nova with a nice little lofty shot over there. Cool's easily blocked, though. And then Ghost Layer sending it right up the middle. Colonel Mustard trying to make something happen here. Same thing with Nova. And see, even in their half, I feel like Mysticats is in control right now. I don't feel like TEO is doing all that much to maintain possession of the ball. I'm going to say possession like a million more times tonight, so get used to it. So, Nate. What?
Was he able to do so?
Absolutely. All right, so what do you see so far? We're seeing a lot of, kind of bouncing back and forth, but I don't see a lot of TEO going on there.
So it's mainly TEO right now. It's going to be the rotation. I think it's really thrown off right now with Lazarus. He just doesn't really know how to play with them yet. I think he's going to kind of warm up to them. Yeah, I think Ghost Layer and actually Cool's kind of be able to coach him a little bit. Hey, can you be in this position at this time when this happens? And that's really going to help him get better. Right now, the rotation is kind of lacking, leaving those holes in that defense and allowing those kind of long goals to go in. It's only been the first one so far, but being able to kind of get that passing play before as well. I think they're really going to need to tighten up that rotation and get more possession. I know you said it a bunch of times now. Their Ghosts actually, Mysticats are definitely boost starving. Maybe not even on purpose, but they're slurping it. They're slurping the boost. And if TEO can't get boost, they can't get those powerful clears, which will force Mysticats to keep that possession, which TEO can't break out of that easily. They got to get some boost. They got to get some long clears and really start to step up that game if they want to have any chance of winning this game one. Beautiful shot.
Wow, Nova. With a nice little redirect over Ghost Slayer. And that definitely says something about the speed at which they're playing. I feel like Mysticats are playing a lot faster than TEO right now.
Absolutely.
And that allows them to just naturally boost starve them. If you're playing faster, you're going to use more boost and you're going to take more boost. And when the ball is on, TEO's side the entire time, most of the boost there is going to be gone. And there we have another really slow shot. The first shot... Absolutely. The first shot that went in, nice little boomer from Colonel Mustard. It was kind of okay to miss that one, but the more and more of these slow shots that aren't really from, that was a great shot from Colonel Mustard, a nice aerial goal. But in reality, it probably shouldn't be hitting the back of the net because TEO needs to have their defensive plays on point. All right, moving back here. Colonel Mustard getting another lofty aerial shot, trying to make the ball center. A little bit of a miscommunication between Ketchup and Nova Flakes at the moment. I just realized Nova switched his name to Nova Flakes. We have a rivalry here. All right, Random missing, Nova missing, Colonel Mustard being that last man back. He's ready to go. Got the dribbles. Riley getting not the best 50-50 on that. Centering the ball. Ghost Slayer, sorry. Managing to get that right out of there. Colonel Mustard controlling the ball, sending it right to Nova, who gets a nice lofty little shot. Might be a center for Ghost Slayer. Doesn't get the best touch on it. Nova trying to keep... no, Cools. They both got flakes in their name. Now it's confusing.
It is.
I suppose that's what it's like playing with commentating for Ditto dudes. Ghost Slayer going to try to put a shot on Randomized, managing to block it, though. Ghost Slayer struggling to get back. Random controlling the ball, sending it to a center, and Colonel Mustard right there to get it. Great pass by Randomized. Great shot.
Exactly what you mentioned, that duo team between Random and Colonel Mustard. Look at that. I mean, that was a pinch, but still, like, Randomized definitely intended to get that to the center of the field, really teed it up, and that kind of definitely puts the nail in coffin for this game one.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, 16 seconds left, 5-0. I mean, what do you think that TEO needs to do differently? You know, I know you talked about their rotations earlier, but what do you think needs to change for game 2?
Faster. So much faster. Like, they're not keeping up with the pace by any means that Mysticats are playing at right now. So if they're able to do that, kind of speed up the gameplay, maybe rush the ball a little bit faster, go for 50-50 sooner, and really kind of use that boost, go up in the air, go up for those aerials, especially if there's a ball in the air, chances are your opponent's going for that. You need to do that, at least kind of fight for that 50-50 to have any chance of winning it over and kind of making into a play.
Absolutely. I mean, just look at this. You can definitely tell the speed and the aggressiveness is not in TEO. They have one shot. They had one shot that entire game, and it didn't go in. There's no saves in Mysticats, so that shot wasn't even on. They definitely need to be more aggressive, or else they're just going to be completely blown away by Mysticats. I mean, look at the shots.
3 for 3. Wow. Very nice job there.
Absolutely, and we got the assist from Randomize, 1 assist from Colonel Mustard, but 9 shots in total. 9 shots to 5. That's a great shooting percentage for a team, and TEO needs to start being way more aggressive.
It looks like Cools is going to turn on his monitor now. Hopefully that will help him play in the second round.
Maybe. You know, I honestly... maybe. But, you know, I don't know. I don't see any kind of a leading force with TEO. I only see it with Mysticats with Colonel and Randomize. I think Ghost Slayer and Cools kind of try to play parallel to each other, and I didn't see much of Riley that game, so I can't really say whether or not.
Yeah, the camera really wasn't much on him. That was kind of interesting to see, but hopefully it's kind of really going to be able to shine more this game.
Absolutely, and we are going into game 2. TEO needs to make them see some things happen. We have a nice little kickoff there. Randomize getting a nice little touch, though, sending it back down to TEO's side. Ghost Slayer making it with, but luckily Cools is right there to take it down. Ghost Slayer trying to make something happen with a nice lofty little aerial. Could go to the center, doesn't get the second touch to it. Still consider a bit of miscommunication, a little bit of panic between Mustard and Nova, but it ended up in their favor. Right in front of the goal, Ghost Slayer getting a nice little clear before Random could take the shot. Ghost Slayer still trying to control this ball, slowing the game down just a little bit. Lazarus coming in right behind him. Definitely some miscommunication there. We have Cools going in. Ooh, almost getting the off-the-wall shot. Colonel Mustard is able to intercept that, however. Ghost Slayer being able to send it down, sending a nice little boomer. Something that he is very good at, but his other teammates need to be able to follow up with it. And they say Cool's Flakes is just now getting back to their side quite a while after that boomer from Ghost Slayer. They could really use some more aggression in that situation. And right now, Ghost Slayer almost hitting a nice shot down the field. Unfortunately, unable to do so. Seeing a little quote from Randomize there.
Very nice redirect from Nova, just going the wrong way. That would have been really cool otherwise.
Yeah. We're definitely seeing a bit more defense and a bit faster from TEO. Mysticats hadn't been able to put on as many shots. There's definitely some good, like, got a clear right there, clear over here. So I think they're definitely speeding up.
Yeah, they're playing a lot faster. It's going to be a little lack in the defense, unfortunately.
Absolutely. But hey, it's not 13 seconds in.
No, yeah.
And they've still got plenty of time in this TEO. They need a goal. Honestly, if they get a goal, all the momentum is going to shift. I feel like they're struggling with that a little bit right now. But this game is already going so much better than the first one.
I 100% agree.
All right. We have a nice lofty one. Randomize going for a shot already. Ghost Slayer and Random both missing the ball. Colonel Mustard trying to organize this into a little goal. Getting it over Lazarus. Getting it past Cools into a little center. Ghost Slayer needs to do something with this. Nice little touch to keep it in. Oh, and Cools with the own goal.
Oh,
it's just a little bit more patience and he would have been fine.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That is a panic. You see the ball in the middle of your net, you go, oh no, I gotta hit it, And sometimes
coming from the side like that, that was a weird angle for an own goal. He must have jumped off of the wall to be able to hit it down into the net. That's just so unfortunate.
And it's natural to panic. I mean, it's hard not to when you see the ball right in front of their net with no one there. So, I mean, honestly, I think he kind of made the right call there. He just had a really unfortunate touch as well. Just unlucky.
Yeah, absolutely. We have Ghostslayer trying to get to boost and make a play happen at the same time. And nice little, it's just going to roll right across the wall. Easy intercept from Colonel Mustard. Cools, though, getting a nice little center. No one there to follow up, though. Lazarus is lagging just a little bit farther behind. But I definitely think that Lazarus is, fitting better into the TEO mold. Ooh, and Randomize very close to getting a shot right there. Nova, nice little backboard center. He doesn't have a teammate ready for it. Oh, and Colonel Mustard, pop it right over Cools. Ghostslayer managing to make the save. Already we see that those lofty shots aren't going to work as well. Colonel Mustard had a lot of goals from those kind of types of shots in the last game, but they don't have it anymore. However, TEO needs to make their offensive plays work. They've got the better defense now. That they've been proven that much. Now they need to make their offensive plays work. We have Coolsake trying to do just that, getting it past a few of the Mysticats, but no one there to finally make it done. Ghostslayer almost putting a shot on. The ball is still centered. It's been there forever. Cools probably should have gone for that much earlier. Colonel Mustard almost putting a shot on himself. No one is back in the TEO net. Finally, Cools managing to get it out of there. He's going to go off the wall. Gonna try to get the wall. Ariel doesn't quite make it to it. Almost had a pinch there from Colonel Mustard and Nova. Lazarus doing his best. Cools Flakes getting a really, really high shot. All the shots from TEO just go straight to the ceiling, it seems. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're going to be able to do it in a minute 15 seconds?
I'd like to say so, but I'm just not sure. I think they're playing a lot faster, and obviously that's reflected in the score because it's 2-0 instead of 5-0. But at this point, I don't think Mysticats are letting up. I don't think that their defense is going to let up anytime soon. But they're going to have to make it some really awesome passing plays to get around them. Their defense has been rock solid. It's not that TEO's offense has been poor. It's just been Mysticats' defense has been fantastic. They've left really no holes. There's always somebody going back, and there's always somebody going up. That rotation has been really solid tonight. It looks like they've been practicing that all week, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely think there's something to be said for letting the time be. Cools Flakes finally putting one in. This game just got a lot closer. They are 1 goal behind. 40 seconds is definitely enough time to tie this up. TEO still has a chance. They are not done yet. Oh man, and we have 39 seconds left. Game 2. TEO really needs to get this next goal, or else they risk being swept by Mysticats. You have randomized. Bit of a miscommunication on boost management. Colonel Mustard still trying to make something happen. Ghostslayer trying to send it down. We got a lofty little shot. Cools really needed to beat Random there. Still managed to get to mess up his shot some though. Ghostslayer trying to figure out what Lazarus is doing.
Ooh, good pass.
Good block by Ghostslayer. Good read on that. He knows Random is going to be there for those shots. And Ghostslayer sending it right down. Randomize. A little bit of a risky move there. No one was there to capitalize on that, however. And we have everybody back up on Mysticats' end, and they're unable to make the final score. It was a good game, gents. BB Bents.
GG. That was a good game. Good game all around. I thought TEO played a lot better that round. I thought it definitely saw a ton of improvement there. You definitely saw Ghost come out more and try to make a lot of shots and put them on. Actually pass. So now Ghost played very reserved that first game just because he wasn't sure if he could trust Lazarus in that game. He's very uncomfortable with him. He's never played with them before. At least that was one of the very first times. He really was able to trust Lazarus a lot more. And Ghost came out of his comfort zone and really started to put more shots on net. And that kind of pressure really allowed them to kind of keep that. And there's a 1-point spread at the end. So really, really good job, both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We definitely have some more stats here. Not as many assists on this end, but we also didn't have as many goals. Not at all. Colonel Mustard definitely putting the backpack on. Well, not quite putting the backpack on, but he was definitely the striker of the group this entire night. But definitely GG's. Let's see if we can get somebody in here. Let's get Colonel Mustard in here for an interview. I know we already got randomized in the call, but let's see if we can get Colonel Mustard. Let's see. I don't believe I have him friended on Discord.
Oh, I can do that. Add friends. Colonel Mustard. Jimmy?
Hello.
Hello. Good win, buddy. Good win. So how you feeling?
I feel pretty good.
I feel pretty good.
You guys played really well. Your guys' passive plays were on point tonight. What do you think allowed you to really secure that sweep?
We definitely had some more practice time right before the match. And definitely I managed to keep calm actually and get boost. I know most of the time against Ditto Dudes last week I didn't have any boost to do anything with. That's props to you guys, Fox. But no.
So, are you back downstairs? Well. Are you next to Jimmy? Are you next to Mike again?
Yeah, I'm next to everybody, so if you hear people in the background.
Yeah, what's that like? What's it like playing right next to Jimmy? You can kind of, both teams can hear each other's comms, kind of. What was that like?
It's always interesting, because I know if I say anything too loud, the entire team hears it. But
fake. That really,
exactly.
The plays don't really work when you're sitting next to your opponent there. So cool. So, I definitely, of course, good win. But I definitely got that practice time really helped you out there. So what did you think, Lazarus? Do you think he was kind of able to play pretty well at TEO?
Yeah, for a last minute drop in, that's always I felt bad because it was really last minute that they were talking to him and trying to get someone to cover for Whip Dog. And for a last minute sub, I mean, props to him, props to both of those, the other team.
All right, so I had a question. So as these games go by, we had kind of a hint of it last season, but you're definitely coming out as kind of like the star player on Mysticats. It's just like every single game you seem to be on random staring at me, he's glaring at me. It just seems every single game you seem to be come out on top. You've always got the most shots on goal. You've got you're really good at passing to Randomize, but Random is also really good at passing to you to make those shots. I don't know, does it feel good coming from the mid range coming up to the high range?
Yeah, it definitely it helps because we've gotten so much better as a team compared to last season. The start of this season has been completely different than season 1. I think season 1 we were just all over the place, and our teamwork aspect wasn't really there. But after the playoffs and how well we played, we just managed to keep really good momentum and teamwork going. And
nice.
Yeah, it's awesome how we progressed as a team, because I wouldn't consider myself the star. I think all of us are the best players on the team, and it just revolves how each of us.
That's an important mentality. That's a really good mentality to have. And I definitely can't count out Nola tonight. I think that was the best I've seen him ever play. I think he played exceptionally well tonight. It's some really cool redirects. Kind of got that one really nice redirect. I was actually shot on net, but Cool's actually got it. So really, really good job to Nola as well. I thought he played exceptionally well.
Yeah, he's probably the one who's, I'd say, progressed the most out of all three of us. So major props to him, because he's putting in, I know he has a rough schedule, but he plays his heart out every single time he plays. So props to him.
Yeah, really nice job. Hey, really nice job, buddy.
Thanks.
All right. Random, I believe you are muted.
Ooh, we can hear you. That's
Hey,
it.
there we go. Thank you for that, guys. Trying to click a million things at one time is so tough. I wish I had one hotkey I can just click and it does all the magic for me. That'd be really cool. But as I was saying, congratulations to Mysticats for the win. Congratulations to Colonel Mustard. You played very well tonight. TEO, you guys played well too. Rough luck that a player was not able to step in, but Riley, thank you for stepping in last second. You played your heart out, you did your best, and we we were prepared for everything and anything. So good games to you guys as well. The next game will be on Thursday at 9:30, OTC versus TRP, which will be the 3rd seed team versus the 4th seed team. If TRP does lose this next game, they will be tied with Team 10, fighting the way out of the bottom, I would say. As after this week will be week 5, and then after week 5, we will then hit the halfway point of this season. And that's when the games are going to become very critical, especially for the low seed teams. Because as a reminder, seed 5 of both Group A and Group B are knocked out completely before the playoffs by the end of week 10. So you're not going to want to miss any more action. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Gentlemen, do you have anything you would like to say before we call an end to this?
Good job with both teams tonight. I think, yeah, especially Riley. I think you played really well tonight. Keep up the good work, and now TEO is going to secure that next win this coming week.
Yeah, I just got to say, GG's, guys. It's always fun to watch you guys play. It's always fun to commentate. And I'm just looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely second that. GGTO, and yeah, can't wait to beat you next week, Nate.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's right. SC Mystic. Oh, that'd be easy match. That'd be GG
going to
easy.
Be such a good match next week.
That's gonna be a match you're not gonna want to miss next week.
I think I'll miss it though. Oops.
But before that, of course, we do have the Thursday game, and then we have 2 games on Sunday, which will be Ocean's Rage versus Need Boost and STG versus Ditto Dudes. You're not going to want to miss those games, so be sure to be there for Thursday and Sunday. To make sure you're going to be there, make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't done so. All the bits and the subscriptions go straight to helping out PMASGN, RLSS, and donations are also given to the Symphonian Education Foundation, a portion of it. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. I'm Randomized, he's Fox Cumulus, he's Nate Dogg down below, and we are going to get out of here, and we'll see you at the next stream. Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Too scared to miss it. We're night and day. Solar eclipses. Too afraid to look.